Pig is one of the most successful children's series in the world. Her animals behave like humans. This unique premise has sparked some bizarre theories about its origins. But while watching the episodes, have you ever wondered how the universe of Peppa Pig actually began? If you're a fan of Peppa and never miss an episode, you probably know the 3 human characters who have appeared in the series. But if you don't worry, because we're going to show you now. The first human to appear in the show is Santa Claus, who lives far away from the other characters and has only one mission: delivering Christmas presents. Another human character is Queen Elizabeth, who made an appearance in the episode The Queen to present a gift to Miss Rabbit, the character who holds over 100 jobs. Without her, the town where Peppa Pig and her family live would probably be in complete chaos. And lastly, fans were surprised by the appearance of a pirate in the episode The Police Station during Season 7, where George loses his Mr. Dinosaur toy, and the family goes to the police station to find it. Among these characters, Santa Claus is the one who has appeared the most, with 6 appearances across more than 300 episodes. Despite many fan theories about what happened to the humans in the show, why are there only 3 left? How did the others disappear? True story has never been revealed by the creators. This doesn't even address why the animals behave like humans while there are still normal animals that act on their instincts. That's exactly what we'll uncover today. So, get ready to discover how the universe of Peppa Pig began. Now, put on your golden boots and come with us to dive deeper into the incredible world of Peppa. In the episode Stone Age Granny, the show revealed that evolution occurred much like it did in our history. In this episode, we can see characters with more human-like features, which we can consider to be early Homo sapiens. This indicates that the show doesn't take place on another planet but on Earth. In one scene, Grandma Pig and her friends dress up in prehistoric outfits to fully experience how cavemen lived. They even ask Grandpa Pig to imitate a mammoth. This scene is quite intriguing because we can notice that Grandpa Pig runs in a rather unusual way, resembling a normal animal. Furthermore, we know that there was once a civilization in this world. Otherwise, how would Queen Elizabeth exist in the series? In the episode The Museum, Pig family embarks on an adventure to learn about the past, revealing some interesting facts. As soon as they enter the first room, there are clothes and crowns that once belonged to kings who ruled the world in ancient times. Another noteworthy scene is the dinosaur room, which displays the skeleton of a creature that existed thousands of years ago. The skeleton closely resembles the fossil of a Gorgosaurus, which stands 3 meters tall and was auctioned in the United States. This evidence suggests that humans exist in Peppa's world, but they live far away from the cities inhabited by the animals. However, the reason behind this separation has never been explained. But if you believe that Peppa's world is the same as ours, comment Earth below to let us know. Before we dive into what sparked the creation of this universe, it's important to understand the different groups of characters that exist within the show. The first group includes animals that behave like humans. These animals live comfortably in cities with access to all kinds of resources, from technology to a wide variety of foods. Then, there are magical beings, like the Tooth Fairy, who make appearances in episodes and visit children. It's important to note the similarities between these magical beings and the anthropomorphic animals, quite different from the reality we know. Could the universe of Peppa have originated from magical events? Tooth Fairy herself is a miniature version of the chatty Peppa but with wings. Could the event that created Peppa's universe have also impacted magical creatures? Lastly, there are the humans, who appear in a few episodes, suggesting that their relationship with animals is not entirely harmonious. One of the questions we need to answer is, how long has Peppa's world been like this? And what happened after these 3 groups started coexisting? To understand this, we need to uncover the sequence of events and how animals started behaving like humans. When did animals start behaving like humans? The first pilot episode of Peppa Pig was released in 2002, but the show officially launched in 2004. In the episode Mr. Fox's Van, the show's oldest merchant, who sells items from years ago, provides the first clue about when animals adopted human-like behavior. On the side of Mr. Fox's van, there's a label that reads EST 2010, meaning established or created. Currently, Peppa is 5 years old, yet time seems to stand still in her world. Over 20 years have passed, and Peppa hasn't aged a day. Could the event that created this universe have also altered the flow of time? We'll set that question aside for now and focus on the bigger mystery. This means Peppa was born in 2005, right? But that's not the starting point of her universe. Another detail we can note is that before Peppa's birth, adults in the show were around 35 to 40 years old. This suggests they were born between 1965 and 1970 if we calculate backward from Peppa's birth year. In the episode The Museum, there's an interesting moment when Peppa, upon seeing objects belonging to ancient kings and queens, asks her mom, "Where's the queen's TV?" When she learns that televisions didn't exist back then, she's astonished. The first television was invented in 1927, which means the ancient royals in Peppa's world would have lived during that era. Additionally, in the episode Treasure Under the Sea, Peppa, George, and Grandma Pig find a mysterious bottle containing a letter with a phone number. The letter belongs to little Reggie, who we later discover is Grandpa Rabbit as a child. In the same scene, Grandpa Rabbit reveals his approximate age, stating that he tossed the bottle into the sea nearly 100 years ago. This brings us to the year 1910, considering that Grandpa Rabbit is one of the oldest characters in the series, nearing 100 years old. But even this is not the earliest date of origin. In Madame Gazelle's house, we see black and white portraits resembling one scene in the Science Museum episode, where Edmund participates in a rocket experiment. Both portraits appear to depict the same person. This suggests Madame Gazelle is a descendant of someone significant in society whose achievements warranted being showcased in the museum. Based on the clothing in the portrait, we can infer that this character was born during the Victorian era, which spanned the 1800s. Judging by the portrait in the museum, this person may have participated in a historical event, perhaps even a war. Could it have been a conflict between animals and humans? Therefore, we can consider that animals began adopting human-like behaviors as early as the 1800s. This is the oldest evidence we can find in Peppa's episodes. If you love uncovering theories about the show, hit the subscribe button now and join our fan community. Now that we have an approximate timeline for the transformations that created the Peppa world, time to dive into a few theories that explain these events. In the first theory, believe that Miss Rabbit, much like her father, is a scientist who developed an experiment capable of transforming humans into animals. This would explain why they behave the way they do. Her goal was to create a perfect world where everyone could live in peace, which is why there are animals with human-like behaviors, because the experiment was conducted on people. According to this theory, not all humans on Earth were transformed, but that's her ultimate goal. To achieve it, she supposedly created clones that spread across the world to hunt down and transform everyone. The second theory suggests that the evolution of species happened in a completely different way from what we know. The ancestors shown in the cartoon wouldn't have been animals or humans, but rather a different species altogether. From this species, two main groups of characters in the show supposedly descend. With its intriguing aspects, this theory could pave the way for fans of the world's most beloved pink pig to discover the truth. But before deciding which theory makes the most sense, it's essential to learn about the third and final theory, which will be discussed in this video. In the third theory, it is believed that humans entered into conflict with magical beings, who then transformed them into animals to prevent them from destroying the Earth. Because of this, humans who resisted preferred to stay isolated and avoid living alongside the animals. This theory is by far the most bizarre because, Peppa's world, the dark side of the characters is never shown, leaving the impression of a perfect world. There are several theories about how the first humans arrived in the Peppa Pig universe. Many believe they were initially at the top of the pyramid in Peppa's world. Some event must have occurred to change this dynamic. In the episode Stone Age Granny, worth noting that evolution began with individuals resembling humans. This supports the theory that evolution in Peppa's world happened differently from how we understand it. In this scenario, cavemen gave rise to two types of individuals, whose genetic makeup adapted differently to their environments. This would explain why some animals behave like humans while others maintain their natural instincts. Do you believe in this theory? Another clue that humans existed in this world long before 1887 is the Eiffel Tower, which appears in one of the pig family's travels. Although the tower was inaugurated in 1887, creation marked a special occasion, the 100th anniversary of the French Revolution. This suggests that humans existed long before anthropomorphic animals appeared in Peppa's world. The Peppa Pig universe is full of mysteries, from its origins to the absence of certain characters, like Susie's dad. Uncovering how it all began could answer many fan questions. If you're excited to keep enjoying the fun world of Peppa, we've got two amazing videos lined up for you to watch. See you in the next video.